We are live. My name is Sandwich. We are on board with BigSneezy, hot off of his top 16 wins yesterday. Needed a long best of 3 series on board against Bellarmine University. Both teams looking to get through to top 4. Bellarmine already out of a best of 3. They played earlier tonight, so they might be a little bit more warm than BigSneezy on this Alabama Crimson Tide squad. Sneezy on Alabama. No leak stream, not going to expose the pregame adjustments occurring here for BigSneezy. A best of 3 between both squads. BigSneezy operating on what we could affectionately call his secondary team. Normally starts with that Notre Dame Fighting Irish squad. Alabama has been his secondary throughout the season. He will be starting with the B team here up against Bellarmine University. Neither squad has faced each other throughout the season or the postseason, so this will be the first time either school is really facing off against each other in this one. Winner will move on into top 4, which is where squads finally get some breathing room, because a loss in top 4 still nets you a place in the 3rd place game. Of course, neither team can think about bringing any hardware home. Still have to get through the other. Really confirm this. Looking to bounce it to the outside. Shedding one defender. A second dives right past him. The help forces just a 4-yard gain. Unsure what sort of offense Bellarmine are going to come in with. We know BigSneezy loves this quirky wildcat offense. Running back, tight end, heavy attack. Want to see him start with a win on the defensive side of the ball. We saw a defense that rarely got beat over the top. That is absolutely the case here. Bellarmine able to find a gap over the middle for the touchdown. Going to get scoring started for Bellarmine University. And longtime viewers will recall yesterday's matches being absolute barn burners, high scoring affairs. Squads on offense that can do absolutely no wrong. It's so common in college football, 26 for scores, for games to go into OT because of the absolutely absurd frenetic pace that offenses can operate at. Just how difficult it is for defenses really to get any wins. So that is going to be so crucial today. Just how squads are able to respond to that adversity, to that high tempo. Loaded backfield for BigSneezy on his first play from center. Hands on the quarterback, forces the incompletion, and we'll have second down now for Post University on this Alabama squad. And out comes BigSneezy's signature offensive wrinkle here. Offense out of the wildcat. Going to bounce it to the outside and incomplete. That is the counter punch that BigSneezy likes to throw. Quick delivery to the tight end on the outside from the running back in the wildcat formation. Generally the only pass BigSneezy is going to entrust to the back operating from the quarterback position. Wildcat goes empty on second down. Quarterback back under center. Here on third, setting up the screen pass. Shoves off a couple of defenders for a short 1-yard gain. And that is going to be 4th down. Barring any connection shenanigans. And connection shenanigans have indeed occurred, ladies and gentlemen. A desync occurring here. So we will be right back. A brief break before we figure out the down and distance and score reset time wise when we return from this tech pause. Don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Small correction from my spiel pre-break. This is top 4, not top 8. So both players effectively have booked their ticket into next week's shenanigans. Only question is, are these squads going to be fighting in the grand finals for first place or in the consolation third place match for a borderline podium finish? We did not get word on the results of the tech pause. Looks like the result is going to be Sneezy's going to concede an intentional touchdown. Not too much time had even elapsed on the game clock regardless. So both squads are going to mimic the game scenario before the disconnect as close as possible. So it's going to start with opening possession for the Bellarmine Knights. Sneezy going to be conceding a touchdown to them just about as soon as possible.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
So BigSneezy on that first opening drive, not the performance from him that we are accustomed to. Not the offensive concepts that we are from him either. Wealth of plays under center from a standard quarterback. Out comes the intentional touchdown. Anybody just joining us, this is disconnect shenanigans. BigSneezy's not coming out in a goal line formation on purpose. Score was 7-0 before a disconnect forced a restart. Possession game still exactly the same. BigSneezy going to receive the football at the start of the second half. BigSneezy now with a chance to get out on the field. Going to have certainly another pause shield come up for some adjustments before Sneezy takes the field to cater it more to the Wildcat offense that BigSneezy likes to run. So certainly no pause shield coming out just yet. Sneezy may have made these adjustments before taking the field. It'll be a best of 3 tonight. And then both of the matches next week, the first place game and the third place game, are both best of 5s. So marathons in store for these players next week. Meanwhile, a run from scrimmage for BigSneezy. Just going to take a 2-yard gain. Not too sure of a controller issue or what have you. Y'all see the hesitation. We're not going to be able to analysis that one away. Sneezy looking for a gap, perhaps just never came to be. Just a 2-yard gain. Still going to remain with this offense with a quarterback under center. Another run from scrimmage, another 2-yard gain. Turns into a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 9 now. Or Post University. Some hesitation, some stuttering from the line of scrimmage early on for BigSneezy, a man whose running game has been the centerpiece of every offense. Every possession from scrimmage. Speaking of the run game, out comes the work from the Wildcat. Looking to turn it to the outside. Stiff arms one defender. That'll be enough for the first down and more for the secondary. Brings him down at the 32. There is the BigSneezy special offense from the Wildcat. Just charge up that speed in the backfield. Go slinging out of the pocket for yards from scrimmage. Going to turn the corner once more from the running back spot. Going to shred past a couple of defenders. Another first down. 2 plays from scrimmage. 2 first downs for Post University.
A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish.
Again, the name of the game. The rare defensive wins tend to be the difference maker in these games. Direct snap to the running back. So they operate from the Wildcat, but they still direct snap it to the back on either side of the field. Try to catch the offense out off guard, or the defense off guard, excuse me. Once again to the Wildcat, directly snapping to the running back under center. Only shortcoming of the Wildcat, if the line breaks down, you don't have time to charge up that speed under center. And there's no secret what offense you're looking to run with 2 running backs behind the line of scrimmage there. It's going to force Post University to drop back to pass now. 3rd and 11. Hands on the quarterback. It's a sack for a loss of 10. 4th and humongous now for Post University. That will be enough to force out the punting unit. We mentioned rare defensive wins. The Bellarmine Knights striking first in this one. Return from scrimmage. Shrugs off one defender. The second brings the return man down at the 33.
massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an
Now Post University trying to keep this lead from going. Bellarmine looking to stretch to the left side of the field. Multiple diving tackles en route to a first down for the Knights out at the 47.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Like two linebackers in the box for Post University. Helps muck up the drag routes and the mesh concepts folks love as Bellarmine bounce it to the outside, up the right sideline, into the red zone now at the 20-yard line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get to
And BigSneezy loves these zone coverages, doesn't play as much man
do damage, and that's exactly what happened
as
there.
most players we have seen throughout the regular season. So it's up to opposing offenses trying to find these soft spots in the zones. This time it's the tight end up to 1st and goal from the 7. Of course, zone coverage is the big weakness. Those routes underneath can be a problem. If offenses have time to sit in the pocket, find those soft spots, it can be an issue. This time, multiple defenders at the line of scrimmage, a chance to jump the route. So it looked like one of the linebackers not able to get a hand on the football, but able to shut it down. Keep this Bellarmine squad up at the 7-yard line, 2nd and goal now. Dropping back to pass. The zone defense by just enough time. With less field to defend, the zone defenses look just a little bit better. In a concept like this, don't have as much time and space to find these gaps in the zone. And of course, less field means these gaps are going to be just a bit smaller. All right, something over the top. You got to commit to that wide open man. It's going to find a lane for the Bellarmine Knights quarterback to roll through. 5-yard gain now, 4th down. Or Post University looking for a win on the defensive side of the football. Turnover on downs could be just what Post University are looking for.
They were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th
Dropping
down.
back to pass once more.
Sprinting out the field.
These gaps in the defense. Bellarmine trying to go over the top. It's incomplete.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
And Post University survive a nail biter. Their offense going to get started out at the 2-yard line. Trying to thread the needle is Bellarmine. The wide receiver there unable to hold on. Wildcat formation from the 2-yard line. Everybody brushing up at the line of scrimmage. BigSneezy looking to avoid a safety there. And so far, Bellarmine have been all over this Wildcat attack. Multiple defenders at the line of scrimmage. We're crowding the box. We're bringing the secondary in to get active against the run game. It's made it hard for Post University to operate this Wildcat offense. They've yet to be scared off. Looking to do some damage on the outside with that tight end counter. That's going to be a nice 20-yard gain. Alleviate any fears of a safety. No longer operating in their own end zone now. Post University with some breathing room at the 20. Continuing to operate out of the Wildcat. And pretty much the entire Bellarmine defense on these Wildcat plays. We'll see it when we come out from scrimmage again, folks. Watch just how almost everybody's in the box. You see the usering. Bellarmine's usering any players that might be a little bit too wide. They're making sure every single defender, as many as possible, can contribute to shutting down this run attack. The corners, you see number 2 and number 9 in the white on the top corners of your screen. Everybody else is trying to be a factor in this run game. And it's going to force potentially the punting unit to come out once more for Post University.
Sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th
And it will be 4-down territory. Post University operating inside the shadow of their own end zone, looking for a first down. Instead, it's an interception. And that should go all the way to the house for 6. Bellarmine University, it's another touchdown on the pick 6. A defense that has been stifling everything BigSneezy's trying to come out here with. In a game where defense is so much of an afterthought.
They have their guys ready to go, and this is
It's the defense that's really in the driver's seat here. For Bellarmine University, the pick six now. Gonna double the lead, 14-0 for Post University. Looking to rush it out to the right sideline. Kicking team able to bring out the return man at the 37. And BigSneezy looking for some momentum. He's been thrown off of his game multiple times. Wildcat just hasn't quite worked the way he's liked it so far in the first. Jet sweep to get ahead of steam from scrimmage, and it'll be a first down for Post University. BigSneezy already going deep in the bag of tricks, trying to catch this Bellarmine Knights defense off guard. We've already jumped out to a 14-0 lead as we approach the start of the second. Once more in the Wildcat for Post University. Handoff from running back to running back. A lane to run through for the first down and more from their own 49 into red zone territory at the 22.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football.
And the work at the line of scrimmage there, so crucial to buy the lane for the running back to go to work there. Dropping back to pass. Direct snap to the running back. Another lane. Blockers to set up a red carpet into the end zone. Touchdown, Post University. BigSneezy with more tricks up his sleeve on this drive. Just 3 plays following the nice return to get Post University on the board. Felt like it's been some time since Post University have had to play some defense. Already came up with 1 defensive win, forcing the turnover on downs. Going to need more of that magic here to give the offense a chance to tie us up. Handoff on the first play from scrimmage. Lane closes up. Looks like running back bounced off somebody there. Short 4-yard gain. Wealth of adjustments from Bellarmine University from scrimmage. Not going to catch BigSneezy off guard. Rolling out, trying to find some angle to pass to. Nobody's open, and it's incomplete. One in the backfield for Bellarmine University here. Hopping back and finding a gap in the zones here. Huge gap between the corner at the line of scrimmage and the free safety covering up the middle of the field. Bellarmine able to take advantage for the first and more. Damaged, dropping back to pass once more. No time to do any damage. It's a sack on the quarterback, a loss of 11 for Bellarmine now. Rare man coverage for Post University. See if it creates the result BigSneezy's looking for. We want hands on the quarterback and quickly before the man defense can take advantage of the speed. Bellarmine able to diagnose the coverage and take advantage immediately. Touchdown, Bellarmine. And that is the risk for playing man coverage. More time you have under center, higher chance of a receiver getting open, especially with how close to the line of scrimmage these man defenders were playing. On the go route, the wide receiver just shot out of a cannon right past the defense. And 2 out of the 3 touchdowns, it's BigSneezy getting beat over the top. It's why he's operating that zone defense, make it a bit easier. Have some help back there. So far, Bellarmine's have been able to diagnose and instantaneously burn the man looks or deep gains downfield. Empty backfield or Post University. The end around, able to get past 1, 2, 3 defenders. All that for the 5-yard gain from scrimmage.
say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense
Empty backfield
gets a
once
stop.
more.
Better yet, gets a turnover.
For Post University, multiple defenders uncovered at the line of scrimmage. It's a sack on the quarterback, a loss of 6.
Bengal defensive front showing some dominance. Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback.
This time crowded backfield. Potential extra blockers for Post University to work with. The pass tipped at the line and incomplete. For a 4th down.
Look good, big physical guys that fill out them.
Off of the defender's helmet, not even batted down by the lineman from scrimmage. Unlucky for Post University. BigSneezy going to take his chances, keep the offense out of the field. The end around to the running back. One man to beat. He dives out of bounds, looking to power pass 2 more. Cannot do so. And it's Post University with a turnover on downs here. Going to jumpstart Bellarmine's offense already at the 24. Following the shutout on 4th.
I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier.
Taking all the time they need under center to try to diagnose this defense, and Post University able to shut the window. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They go back to that same coverage. We saw that same play call we saw earlier on, where they try to sneak into the gap in the zones. This time, Post University all over it. They shut the door. Meanwhile, looking to run out to this right sideline. Members of the secondary racing out to catch Young out of the backfield, not before breaking out to the 37. We mentioned it, these gaps in the zones just a little bit smaller with the shorter field. Post University able to take advantage, and the free safety coming over the top for the perfect timing interception for Post University. Just a 2-yard gain that time. Looked like Post University trying to go back to the well. Might have been the identical play call. Post University switching it up now. Empty backfield. Needs 8 yards to reset down and distance in this one. We approach the 2-minute warning. Trying to get the jet sweep going. It's a 5-yard gain. Post University not exactly ahead of the sticks, maybe right on pace. 3rd and short now. Post University can take us to the 2-minute timeout here. And it'll be one more play from scrimmage. I don't know what that call is. It's been empty for BigSneezy the whole time. Every time BigSneezy has ran that play call, he has yellow and white in his airspace immediately. That play's been called twice. It's created 2 sacks. And it'll be 4th and 9 now for Post University.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th.
Empty backfield, another 4-down territory for Post University. Needs to get the completion. The ball out quickly to the big fella. The tight end able to corral it for the 1st down and more.
Gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
Big fella has not been
To the line with 1st and 10.
too involved in this offense. Has had a couple of good first downs, a couple of good receptions. They're going to get him more involved here now on this drive. A 2-yard gain.
Pass play, they pick up a few.
Working with the tight end, of course, easier angles to work with, a bigger target to throw to.
How about the catch radius on him, too?
It's
So as
not
a quarterback, you don't
exactly looking to burn someone with their speed advantage or take advantage of yards after the catch.
and he can come up with the catch.
On the snap, it's Miller.
Gonna turn the corner, the CPUs, multiple defenders, juke move to get a couple of extra yards. Just a 3-yard gain, could have been bad. Sneezy able to turn what was definitely a man disadvantage on that side of the field into positive yardage. Taking multiple defenders miss. As impressive as a 3-yard gain you'll ever see. Going back to pass. Quick dump off to the tight end. It'll be a 5-yard gain. Looks like the same play call we saw that created 2 sacks. I just think we didn't really have the time to see the tight end get out in space. Certainly a risky play call.
And get the first down. You need
Of
your
course, when the tight end's out in motion, you're going to have one less defender at the line of scrimmage blocking for the quarterback. Similar to a screen pass, you got to get that play out quickly or it could spell trouble. And I think Bellarmine are onto this running attack. You see basically the entire defense at the line of scrimmage trying to shut down the run attack. Not going to be enough. You throw the entire defense. Post University is still going to find a way.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at
Everybody at the line of scrimmage, but they're spread out. They're not sure what direction the run attack's going to go. Still leaves Post University to diagnose that gap, and they've done an excellent job of doing just that. Direct snap to the running back on first for a 4-yard gain that time. So they're not quite all in on the run in any direction. Even now, you've got a bit more of a spread attack to the big fella one-on-one. Had one man to beat for wide open field. Couldn't do so. And it's a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 8 now for Post University, who are running out of time here to put some points on the board, en route to halftime. One in the backfield for Post University. Getting him in motion, the tight end for an extra blocker. Trying to roll into the end zone, just 2 yards short of the marker now. 1st and goal from the 2. Following the nice gain from scrimmage, you get the tight end in motion. Multiple linemen out at the 2nd level to block for their running back. You love what we see on the run game. Direct snap, gonna hurdle over the defense for the score as the clock strikes midnight here in the first half. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. And Post University going to start with the football at the start of the second.
Need more of that physicality in the second half.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14.
There's 12 seconds remaining in the half. As long as you don't give up any one-play touchdowns, should be riding into halftime with a 21-14 score here and the football to start the third. As good of a position as you could ask for with the mixed bag of a start Post University have had here on this Alabama squad. Actually, 2 deep safeties for Post University. Not looking to give up anything over the top here as they drop back to pass. Going to do damage underneath. Just short of the sticks. Out come the first time out following that completion over the middle. Went from 12 seconds to 6 seconds. Should be the last play of the half here. They're looking to go the distance. Post University recognizing that the safety's dropping back just a couple yards more. Not going to let anything go. Out at the 37 is going to create a long field goal. So it is still possible for Bellarmine to sneak out of here with some points on the board. Going to be about a 44-yarder for Bellarmine as we approach halftime.
Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. And with just
No, 54, not at the 44. Excuse me. The kick is up, and it is good. A long ball for Bellarmine. Going to create a 10-point lead now. Multi-possession game for Post University. They're going to start with the football. Going to take more than one score to get us all knotted up here at the start of the second half. Post University have already had one nice gain on a kick return. Going to create more of that magic as they bring it out of their own end zone. Shrugs past a couple of defenders, still brought down at the 25. Needed at least one more defender to really turn this one up another notch.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions.
Hand off to the back under center. It's a 2-yard loss. TFL for Bellarmine University.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create
Bellarmine University,
special and cement.
of course, in this point of the postseason, you're only going to have demons left on any side of the bracket. Bellarmine coming in as the defending champs from the college football 25 spring semester. Took down fellow Post University Eagle Mundane last season. Nice gain for Post University from scrimmage there. Turning off the 2 clock, which is a staple in either team's offense. Any team with a slight lead is going to turn on that 2 clock and just completely bleed the timer out. Heads up from BigSneezy to recognize that before it does too much damage to his time remaining here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not
Empty backfield once again for Post University. Quarterback from scrimmage trying to set up this screen pass on the right side of the field. Multiple blockers. But to buy a first down for Post University as they approach enemy territory now at the opposing 41. We mentioned Bellarmine coming in, former champions, and on the other side of the bracket, still waiting for their matches to shake up. But the number 1 seed, Southern University, who had an undefeated regular season record, potentially waiting for them in the grand finals. One of our semifinalists here took down Post University, took down BigSneezy in the regular season en route to their undefeated regular season record. Could be a revenge tour for Post University here in the semifinals and the finals. Looks like a sort of bubble screen. Might have been a curl route to get underneath the defense there. Regardless, it's not going to be a first. Still 3 yards short of the marker for BigSneezy and company. I like BigSneezy. A little bit of an adjustment here, using the Wildcat not as the default option, but almost as a counter punch when their passing attack shuts down. One heck of a backup plan. We've seen BigSneezy carry entire games out of the Wildcat offense. But I do like this more measured approach. Direct snap to the running back. The football's knocked loose, and Bellarmine able to come away with it. And that's why we like that more balanced attack. More run plays, more chances for the ball to be knocked loose. Just like that. We saw multiple fumbles in the games yesterday. Just the fire you play with when you operate such a run-heavy offense. Bellarmine now with a chance to open up, get back to a multi-score lead, make it a 3-score game, and it'll be the largest of the contest. We're up 14-0 now with a 10-point lead, as Post University come up empty with the opening possession of the second half. Dropping back to pass. Wealth of time under center. Possession catch to dodge the defender for the first down just a little bit more. One in the backfield for Bellarmine. Dropping back to pass once more. Pair of drag routes. Tight end. That's why you have possession catches. Bellarmine maybe recognizing that fumble potential after being the beneficiary of it to get this football back. Not looking to take any chances with their receivers. Trying to take some sips from the yak, from the yards after the catch there. Taking no chances with that. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Drop back to pass once again. Post University, they recognize the gap, but it'll be too little, too late. Bellarmine beating Post once again over the top for the touchdown. It'll be a 17-point lead. Following the PAT, the largest lead of the contest grows for the Bellarmine Knights, as they have done an excellent job of recognizing these man looks pre-snap and have beaten them every single time, recognizing when they have a speed advantage over the top. Trying to find magic out of their own end zone. Instead, it'll be starting at the 13 now for Post University. It'll be a best of 3 between these two squads. Still a lot of game left, here in game 1. It's far from over if Post University take the loss to open the series.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down.
One in the backfield trying to get the running back some space to work with here. Out to the outside. First down, just a little bit more now, operating at the 31.
But he did get the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down.
BigSneezy surely recognizing the next turnover could effectively be the last of the game. Trying to play so careful with the football. Another completion under center. Trying to turn up field. The defense will not let him. It's a first down and nothing more for Post University.
Receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help.
The backfield for Post University once again trying to get to the outside. Juked past one, the block shed for the second man to bring down the running back. Just an 8-yard gain that time on first.
Basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dropping back to pass, it's Williams, the slot receiver, for the first and a little bit more, up to the 38 now. Post University going to need to score in bunches, and they're going to need some more magic on the defensive side of the field. BigSneezy with his work cut out for him to come back late in this one. Dropping back to pass underneath the defenders for the first and more, up to the 19 now.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep finding these matchups with my great players in the slot so they can go get me big plays like this. I create matchup nightmares for a defense, and I get it.
Once again, the running back with multiple blockers to work with. And Post University facing little resistance on this drive. They continue to march upfield. Now first and goal from the 4 for Post University. And off, no, out to the tight end. Gonna rummage through, no window to really operate in. It's a loss of 1 that time on first.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Dropping back to pass, throwing right as the receiver makes his move. It's off target and incomplete. Needed to throw it immediately as a lineman was approaching imminently to bring down the quarterback. Just rushed the throw enough to force the incompletion. This time, able to make good on his target into the end zone for the touchdown. Still far from out of the woods yet. The Post University strike back here in the second half.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Ball bounces in and out of the end zone. Bellarmine going to have one play from scrimmage here before we approach the start of the final quarter of play. We've seen offenses take entire halves to score touchdowns. So the possession battle, Post University going to have to work some magic here, force an interception or a fumble recovery. They're going to need some magic here in the final quarter of play to get back in this one.
Tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
Zone defense is the look for Post University here on second and short. Take us all the way to 1 second, and they're able to draw the offense off sides.
Decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Or draw the defense, excuse me.
Here comes the offense on second down.
But force the offsides call, shove the defense, or the offense, excuse me, my goodness. Commentators
Back to pass. It's not
curse here. So we get the penalties mixed up.
grabbed near the marker.
Hit as he makes the catch, he's able to hold on, the big fella. That's why you throw it to your tight end. They got to throw the whole team at him, and it's still not enough to jar the football loose. And following the offsides call, Bellarmine able to find the first.
Wants to go up top on first down.
They do some damage over the middle of the field, thrown into no man's land. Could have been dangerous. Instead, it's just incomplete.
When you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes.
Every incompletion in Post University's favor. It's going to stop the game clock. No opportunity to operate any chew clock shenanigans here. Dropping back to pass, but nobody's open. A wealth of time under center. Finally, damage being done. The comeback route. Receiver going all the way from the end zone to come back for that one. Going to flip the field for a tremendous reception to flip the field now and get Bellarmine already in red zone territory. That's a pick 6, ladies and gentlemen. You can take it to the house. Put the house on it. There's no chance. Post University jumped the route, and there's the win the defense needed. The pick 6 touchdown for Post University.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play.
Justin Jefferson going the length of the field. Now just a 3-point game with just about the whole 4th quarter left to play in this one. Bellarmine far from out of the woods yet.
This game has got Interesting.
And that's the risk when you try to throw a cross parallel to the line of scrimmage. The defense is onto you and they get the right jump, the right timing. Able to completely jump the route. Usually quarterback's going to be throwing a little bit softer than they normally would. Less worried about opposing defenders, just trying to get the completion down. The defense able to take advantage. Dropping back to pass, parallel to the line once more. 6-yard gain following that completion.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Bellarmine not afraid to play outside the numbers following that interception. Now a run on second from the 31 to the 42 now for posts, or for Bellarmine, excuse me. Bellarmine operating with 2 clock enabled, trying to get us to 000s as quickly as possible. But still a lot of game time. All 3 timeouts for both squads and the 2-minute timeout remaining here. A couple more plays from scrimmage and the 2-minute timeout will be a thing of the past. Play fake from under center. Somebody's got to step on their man downfield once again. Bellarmine with a win over the top of the defense for the touchdown. And Bellarmine continuing to spot their receivers with steps on these safeties out in space, away downfield. Post University have not been able to diagnose this issue. They continue to get beat in the secondary, and they've yet. The work at the line of scrimmage isn't progressing fast enough to force Bellarmine to try to deliver underneath or face a sack. Had 1 sack in the first half. And of course the pick 6. But beyond that, there hasn't been too much pressure for Bellarmine under center to deliver the football with any sort of speed. Post University, the football knocked loose. Nobody's got it. And Bellarmine finally come away with it. That might be all she wrote, folks. A 10-point lead now, and Bellarmine able to take back possession of the football. Just 1 play from scrimmage following their touchdown. Blink and you might have missed it. This is not Bellarmine continuing their last drive. Instead, they're returning back out on the field following the fumble recovery. And out comes the 2-minute warning. It will take a bit of a Christmas miracle here for Post University to get back late in this one. 1 timeout called for Post University. 3rd and 7. Just about 1 first down will spell GG's in a 28-38 victory for Bellarmine in game 1 of this best of 3. Dropping back to pass once more. Post University can't close that gap in the zones quickly enough. Touchdown, Bellarmine. And Bellarmine with no shyness on offense, not looking to meekly run the football to 000s. They punch in another touchdown to really lock this one in their grasp. Trying to find some magic on special teams. 1 more to beat. That last man standing, able to bring down the return man. Empty backfield for Post University, and this one defender able to force the early pass, and Bellarmine executing just what we were talking about. Post University trying to throw deep downfield. Defenders able to force the quarterback to speed up their reads, deliver the football just a little bit earlier than they'd like. Post University trying to buy any time under center. Throwing underneath the defense, able to keep the ball in front of them. Post University waving the white flag. They're trying to get out of this one in a hurry. 45-28. Going to be your final score of game 1. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back in just a little bit here with game 2 of this best of 3 series. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. BigSneezy gonna need 2 straight consecutive wins, or we will be seeing him next week in the 3rd place consolation game. The 3 seed in this playoff matchup, looking to outperform his seeding here and book his ticket into the grand finals. He's back on that Notre Dame squad. Again, this has really been what BigSneezy has been operating with as his primary throughout the regular season and throughout the start of the postseason as well. So it was interesting to see him swap to what was effectively his secondary in Alabama. Bellarmine forced onto the secondary following their win. So we will get the scoreboard swapped to reflect the squads here. Imminent possession going to start with Post University here.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee.
Excuse me as we get the professional scoreboard updated on the bottom left of your screen. But Bellarmine only going to need 1 more win for the former national champion to book his ticket into the grand finals. Direct snap for BigSneezy past 1. Second man makes a gain of 1. that time on first.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Want to see BigSneezy get some rhythm. Felt like he was thrown off of his game. Trying to keep the Wildcat in the back pocket. Trying to keep it a secret. This is why you don't keep the Wildcat a secret. Second play from scrimmage, and it's the opening touchdown for BigSneezy. Touchdown Post University. And that's why you don't want to keep such a tremendous weapon in your back pocket. You need to come out guns blazing. Post University doing just that.
Running play. Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And no chance at a return here.
Love to see that from Post University. Operating with the Wildcat quickly. No hesitation. It wasn't quite no huddle offense for Post University. But 2 plays from scrimmage didn't give any time for Bellarmine to slowly acclimate, get used to the Wildcat attack. Just come out swinging right out of the gate. Now first play from scrimmage for Bellarmine. Short 4-yard gain to the big fella. And that's what we want to see. You want to force Bellarmine University to beat you underneath your own defenders. Multiple scores. Felt like almost every single touchdown from Bellarmine in game 1 came from getting beat over the top. I think Post University would much rather live with having to be beat across the field or underneath their own defenders. Much easier to make a play on the football than when you're playing that foot race game, trying to get back in front of a defender in open space 40 yards downfield. Post University, they give up the reception, but a tackle immediately. 3 yards short of the first now for Bellarmine.
Right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
I like what I'm seeing from Post University defensively.
That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
But again, these beats over the top can occur when you least expect it. They got to stay vigilant on that side of the ball. Meanwhile, Bellarmine getting the first, not too much more, out at the 34. Handoff out of the backfield, trying to stretch to the outside. Shoves past a couple of defenders. Or being shoved back in kind out of bounds for a 7-yard gain. Dropping back to pass, a wealth of drag routes underneath, and the pass hauled in it complete up to the 12-yard line. One in the backfield for Post University, trying to bottle up these drag routes, and that's why you'd much rather get beat side to side. Especially if you're Post University. They love these zone looks. They love having these cornerbacks sit in those gaps. So if you can cover the middle of the field, you might have help outside the numbers. Interesting camera angle change for Post University. Doesn't spell doom and gloom. We've seen a couple of what are certainly misclicks for Post University on the camera side. Spelled calamity for BigSneezy. That time he's able to get back into the standard camera, trying to bottle up these routes. Over the middle of the field, diving play on the ball from the secondary, able to shut it down, incomplete. And the field goal unit coming out for Bellarmine. Conservative play early on in this one. The kick is up and it is wide. It's no good. A chip shot from Bellarmine, and it's off target. So Post University come away with a win on defense following the special teams disaster. They scored a 54-yard field goal in game 1. Chip shot from inside the red zone, too simple for special teams that time. The only weakness of this Wildcat offense, not going to have any backups. Still vulnerable to the other team winning the battle at the line of scrimmage and getting hands on the running back under center. That time it's a loss of 2. Post University not scared, going back to the well. Bellarmine just as strong on second down. How is Post University going to respond? We've seen them return multiple times in that Wildcat. BigSneezy, a player who's so difficult to shake off his game.
But that's what coaches always emphasize too. Never assume a teammate
We've seen them return, get stopped twice out of the Wildcat, return to the Wildcat on 3rd and 4th. It's not happening this time. Quarterback under center for 17-yard gain. Trying to get the end around going, cannot turn the corner. Bellarmine doing an excellent job of covering the plays outside the numbers, outside the hash marks. And 2 straight wins on the defensive side of the football for both squads. We're still only with a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. A punt at about midfield, fair caught up at the 46. Heads up play from Post University. You saw him diving parallel to the return man, catching that he made the fair catch signal. Not trying to rough the kicker there and give them a head start. Now the quarterback scrambling upfield. Always a potential problem for offenses if they don't have that dedicated QB spy. And when the users play these middle linebacker positions, they're rarely doing so to spy the QB.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short, like
I'm going to get a win on 2nd down now for 3rd and 3. Wonder if it'll be 4-down territory if Bellarmine already have lost confidence in special teams. Not going to have to worry about the answer to that question following the completion over the air. One in the backfield. This trips formation on the left side of the field that Bellarmine have liked to run here. Post University have it bottled up. Pass hauled in. Just about the only yards of grass Post University aren't covering on this zone look. And Bellarmine doing an excellent job of diagnosing that and taking advantage.
It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him.
Hand off. Just a 1-yard gain on 1st.
Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in.
A low-scoring first quarter. These game 2s tend to be a bit more defensively minded. Certainly lower scoring. And that has delivered here in this series as well. Both sides getting well acclimated to the offense they'd like to run. 3rd and goal comes up empty that time for Bellarmine. Dropping back to pass. Post University. That was user defense all the way. Sneezy able to sniff out the gap and shut it down. 4th and goal now. And it seems Bellarmine not looking to play it safe. Field goal unit staying on the sideline here on 4th and goal. Dropping back to pass. Post University all over it. Not having a chance to field it out of their own end zone. The offense going to start at the 20. The defense continues to be the difference maker for Post University, fighting off a narrow 1-possession lead. They'll have another chance to extend it here following the interception. Dropping back to pass, trying to get it to the tight end to turn the corner upfield. 8-yard completion. They were able to do just that.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right.
Direct snap to the running back. Diving tackle from that user Bellarmine defender, almost setting the rope out. Drawing a line in the sand. Post get the first down, but not a yard more. Trying to charge up out of the backfield. One defender left to beat. Post University can't shake them. They're brought down just short of the marker. It's 2nd and inches at the 40. Post lucky we didn't have a fumble recovery opportunity there, as they were hit just as they made the juke move to try to get past the defender. University continuing to operate in the Wildcat as we approach the 2-minute warning. Once again going to that counter punch outside. It's hauled in, but it'll be a loss of 2 that time.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And it can be harder for those smaller cornerbacks to bring down the tight ends one-on-one in space. Would have been a problem if Bellarmine couldn't corral that one, but instead they'll create the 2-yard TFL. And that'll convince the quarterback to get back out on the field. Or Post University to set up the screen pass. User defender diving a little bit too early, and that's going to get Post University out in front of the sticks. Just jumping for joy there. 23, the desperation dive. They weren't exactly in position after shedding the block. They're unable to be the one to stop the run that time. 1st and 10 now. Another run ripped off for Post University, shrugging off multiple defenders up to the 14-yard line. The run game continues to power on for Post University. As Chew Clock is online, a couple more plays from scrimmage. Unless either squad blinks first and begins calling those last timeouts. Play from scrimmage, 1 yard short of the first. And that'll be the first timeout called of the contest, this time for Bellarmine.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
Loaded box at the line of scrimmage. Looked like 7 defenders to try to shut down this run attack for Post University. And they come away with a win. That's a TFL on 2nd down. Brought everybody at the box. Post tried to cut it to the outside, one of those softer sides with everybody running up the middle. Bellarmine were all over it. This time just looking to power through right up the gut. Had just enough of a lane for the touchdown. Post University double their lead as we approach halftime. A long drive, we mentioned it. Offenses so elite at clock management. They do excellent jobs, repeatedly taking multiple quarters to score as the time and the scenario call for it. Post University doing just that here in the 2nd quarter. They only have 34 seconds to play defense here. Dropping back to pass, and once again they spot a man with a step on his defender in the secondary. 34 seconds going to be too much time for Bellarmine en route for the touchdown. And that is the problem with this Bellarmine offense, dude. They do such a great job of diagnosing these potential wins at the line of scrimmage. Every play from scrimmage is a problem with this offense that's trying to beat you over the top every single time.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short.
Post University now, 23 seconds and 3 timeouts, looking to tack on a couple of extra points at the end of the half. Operating at their own 22 to do so. Still a tremendous loaded box for Bellarmine University. They are not worried about a deep passing attack. Everybody at the line of scrimmage trying to shut down this Wildcat. Correct call for the Knights. It's a loss of 4 on first. And again, it seems BigSneezy, no secret with the offense he's trying to run. They're not striking fear deep downfield. Post University, no blockers to work with. It's just a gain of 3. And 1 timeout left for Bellarmine to call here after forcing the run out of bounds. They may have a chance to take the football back. And they've proven that. They don't need too much time to tackle on additional points on the board. Able to get the completion to the receiver through the air. Barely enough, but it'll be the first all the same. Timeout coming out for Post University. They're second to try to get upfield and get some points on the board. Still well outside field goal range. Gonna need another completion. Gonna do damage through the air here. Set up the screen pass. We have some blockers on the left side. Got to get past 1 defender. You can't do so. Bellarmine, last man standing, able to put up a front. And the last timeout being called there for Post University. The last play from scrimmage here in the first coming up shortly. Looking to find the win from the Wildcat. One blocker leveling a defender, and that could be the win from scrimmage. Post University are looking for to the 10. Touchdown, Post University. That Wildcat a problem every play from scrimmage. The whole line working to get Jeremiah Love out in stride on the right side of the field. Somebody got laid out. Bellarmine not ready for the Wildcat on that last play from scrimmage there. 21-7 now is your score as we approach halftime. And a score to extend this lead back up to 14 for Post University. Keep this Bellarmine offense just out of reach from tying this game. Multi-score possession lead for Post University now in this one. One in the backfield for Bellarmine. It's a similar formation. Some signs of deja vu here. Post University all over it. Just a 2-yard gain that time from scrimmage.
Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best.
Blink and you miss it. It's that same formation just mirrored over here, trying to disguise something. Post University once again seemed to sniff it out. They're able to force the incompletion. Now 3rd and 8. Post University not fooled by the mirroring of that same formation, that same mesh concept, multiple in routes from going on right at the box. Post University all over it that time. Different look for Bellarmine. It's going to create the first down and more. They have one blocker to keep rolling downfield up to the 41 now. That's the tight end getting up to the next level to try to help their receiver.
Looking downfield on first down.
Bellarmine dropping back to pass. Nobody's open. They're able to find somebody underneath the defense. Zone defenders dropping all the way into the end zone. Bellarmine able to do damage underneath. Get all the way up to the 9-yard line.
Take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Gonna bounce to the outside. One defender, but he gets shrugged off. Bellarmine able to take it to the house. And this lightning strike offense for Bellarmine. Lightning striking twice so far here in game 2. Another quick touchdown drive for the Knights. Just a minute of play elapsed that time.
Quickly, this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he tags on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out.
Post University, no shyness, taking it out of their own end zone. Just knocked out at the 21. Out comes Chew Clock. At this point in the game, Post University, if they can continue to score and take entire quarters to do so, this game too will be done and dusted. Just a matter of time. Of course, that's easier said than done, especially if Bellarmine can continue to try to bother this Wildcat offense. They've had much less success, though, here in game 2 of trying to do that. Screen pass could have been a problem. You see number 3 in the airspace just overshot his man. Post able to take it for positive yardage.
Got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Love.
Wildcat just faster than the blocker there. Got to the defender before the lineman could throw the block and help this Wildcat offense out, and it'll be just a 1-yard gain there. Or excuse me, call out a 4-yard loss. They're on 2nd down. Find somebody underneath the great house. The reception is made, but we're short of the sticks.
They just have such
And Post University, they like what they're seeing. Offense going to stay out on fourth.
Exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the
Dropping back to pass. Pass is batted down. And now Bellarmine in striking distance, already starting in red zone territory at the 30. Tried to throw it right in the breadbasket. The secondary close enough to just bat it down, force it incomplete.
Points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Dropping back to pass to the back, out of the backfield. Tries to be shoved down. He shrugs off the tackle. Up to the 14 now.
13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's first.
Bellarmine, shortened field. Following the turnover on downs, is continuing to power through. Frazier continuing to be a problem for this Post University defense. Multiple completions for him on this drive already.
He is so talented. He's had some massive games.
2nd and 4 from the 8 for Bellarmine, looking to flip the coverage. We've seen this formation before. How are Post University going to respond? Off the run from this formation, able to force a gain of 0 that time for Bellarmine University.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid
One
off.
in the backfield, chip formation on that left side.
They're gonna crawl back in this one.
Post University in the airspace.
Takes one play.
But Bellarmine able to haul it in. They're short of the sticks, but it might just be enough for a 4-down offense here.
That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week.
And the user defender
Somebody's gonna make it. Don't assume
can oftentimes be the difference. Post University user defense, BigSneezy, the first man at the receiver, but he misses the tackle. And now we have 4th and 1 for Bellarmine. Bouncing into the outside. They have blockers as well. Schematic excellence there to get the big fella in stride with blockers wide open for the touchdown. We are all tied up. It's a whole new game, folks, with about 6 minutes left to play overall in the contest.
young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Post University shoved out at their own 20. Longtime viewers will recall Post University with a kick return touchdown occurring yesterday. So they are a special teams unit that has been able to execute and get points off of special teams, and that has been enough to convince Post University to come out with it every single time. They've yet to do anything but field the football out of their own end zone on these kickoffs here. Run on 1st and 10, just a 2-yard gain. Chew clock is on for Post University. So the modus operandum still going to be the same for BigSneezy. Score 1 touchdown and take as long as humanly possible to do it. They'll need to one-up the 4-minute drive they had in the 2nd quarter, as they will need to take the entirety of the 4th quarter if they really want to score with triple zeros on the game clock. And we've seen it. This Bellarmine squad, if you leave them an inch, just 30 seconds, that'll be more than enough time for them to respond.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down.
Empty backfield for Post University now. Dropping back to pass. Looking to set up some blockers downfield of their own. Just a 5-yard gain now, so 4-down offense already the call
I like the decision.
for Post University early on in this drive.
He's really good after the catch. He's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job.
Empty backfield once again here for BigSneezy, trying to set up potentially the screen pass on the right side of your screen. Bellarmine looks like they're all over it. Multiple user defenders on that side of the field. Trying to isolate the one-on-one, trying to scramble upfield, trying to buy some extra commitment from these defenders before taking the check down. Instead, he's stuffed just past the line of scrimmage, well short of the marker, and Bellarmine have the football with a chance to take the lead. Bellarmine looking to return to the ECAC College Football 26 Grand Finals. Bouncing to the outside and in for the touchdown. Bellarmine University strike back. It's their first lead of the contest here in game 2. It couldn't come at a better time here in the fourth quarter.
Your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Post University now just need points on the board. Can't get too picky about how they operate their offense here. Down a touchdown late in this one. Still plenty of time and timeouts to operate with. Might be looking to get ahead of schedule here. Another kickoff return touchdown. Could be just what Post University ordered. Down the right sideline to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Post University. We mentioned it earlier on in the show. BigSneezy, no stranger to kickoff return touchdowns. And this one gets us all tied up here in the fourth quarter.
Great job by the returners showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The kick is up as the kickoff return buys just a more breathing room for this Post University squad. Not looking to overcome a deficit. Instead, it's a defense with a chance to be the difference maker late in game 2. Potentially get Post University on to game 3 with a chance to go to the grand finals.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go.
To the back out of the backfield, who continues to be such an elusive grasp for defenders. Shoves off a couple of extra defenders en route to the first down and more. And shoot clock is on for Bellarmine, so they may be looking to score with triple zeros on the game clock. They were forced out of bounds that time. No such business here on 1st and 10. 7-yard gain brought down right in the middle of the field. Bellarmine looked to get us to the 2-minute timeout in a hurry. Just a couple more plays from scrimmage and we'll be right there. Bouncing to the outside. Somebody sheds a block. It's a gain of 0 that time on second.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? But I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Dropping back to pass. Just going to take the check down. The receiver maybe moving. Thinking about the yards after the catch. Before the catch. And it's incomplete.
They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory.
4 down territory for Bellarmine. Looking to keep this offense out on the field and get us to the 2-minute warning.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it.
Dropping back to pass possession catch. They're taking no chances on that one. The completion and the first down. And that will bring about the 2-minute warning. Bellarmine already in field goal range, as they could take the go-ahead field goal. Post University going to need a miracle late in this one. BigSneezy, the number 3 seed here in this postseason bracket, looking for a lifeline late in game 2. Trips formation on the left side. Post University have seen it before, and they're able to create a 1-yard gain or a 1-yard loss out of that familiarity. Dropping back to pass once more. 5-yard gain. Completed inbounds, which is not what you want to see. Post University still locked in the staring contest. None of their timeouts coming out just yet. Post University could be playing with fire, able to get the stop on 3rd down, as they dare Bellarmine to go boom or bust here. No, they're going to come out with a field goal unit, looking for the safe points. They missed a chip shot earlier on in this game, but they have made a 54-yarder in game 1. The kick is up. It is no good. It's nowhere near close to the uprights, and we stay all tied up at 35 apiece. Post University batting down the hatches, and we stay tied up late in the 4th. Post University now, offense back out on the field with a chance to score some go-ahead points of their own. Wildcat offense now shrugs a couple of defenders off for the 9-yard gain. Want to see the hurry-up offense come out here. A timeout to turn off that shoot clock that would have gotten us to an early OT. Instead, Post going to stay out on the field. 1 timeout, 27 seconds left to work with. Wildcat offense once more, trying to turn that corner. There's the speed advantage you want out of the Wildcat. Finally brought down at the 45. The first down and out of bounds, just what Post University are looking for. Once again in the Wildcat, 3 defenders to try to make mincemeat out of Post University. Do just that. BigSneezy, the spin move to the 10, running across the sideline, trying to take as much time off the play clock as possible. Touchdown, Post University. The go-ahead score with 4 seconds left to play. And we are going to have game 3. Clutch play from BigSneezy on both sides of the football to get us to a 3rd game here in this series. BigSneezy staring down multiple defenders. The spin move of doom shreds all 3 on that left side of the field.
This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stop.
And Bellarmine have proven they can score in bunches and quickly. But they're going to have effectively 1 play of scrimmage at the 25. The prevent look coming out for Post University. They don't have to worry about getting beat underneath. Just absolutely cannot give up the Hail Mary. The rollout to the right side of the field. Hit as he makes the throw. And we will have game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Ice in BigSneezy's veins. Looking to book a ticket of his own to the grand finals here in College Football 26. We will be back with game 3 when we return, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Both teams taking a licking and both are still kicking. 1 loss apiece for both squads. 1 loss remaining for either team. The winner of this match going to book their ticket into the College Football 26 ECAC Grand Finals and a best of 5 to bring some hardware back for their university. My name is Sandwich. Post University back with their Notre Dame squad. Bellarmine operating the Georgia Bulldogs here. Excuse me, no. Post University Fort's back onto the secondary, that Alabama Crimson Tide. So it'll be Post University starting with possession in the second half. We get the header adjusted just slightly. And both sides very familiar with the offenses they like to run here. We've seen it time and time again. Out comes that trips formation once more. Of course, both offenses have proven they can come out in the same formation, but they'll give you different looks and different concepts out of it. So neither team has really been able to lean on what they can see pre-snap too heavily. Both sides operating an offense that are keeping their opposing defenses guessing repeatedly. Dangerous ball that time, no guessing from Post University all over the coverage, forcing the incompletion.
They love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Dropping back to pass once more. Everything over the top covered, so they hit the check down on the sideline, just enough for the first down and more. Trips formation on the left side. Wealth of audibles coming out for Bellarmine University, trying to adjust the coverage. Air mailing it right up the middle of the field. Touchdown, Bellarmine University. That quick moving offense continues to operate here in game 3. Just a 50-second drive.
They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams.
Bellarmine have continued to operate here in game 2 and game 3. It has been a flash in the pan kind of offense. They're either scoring or flaming out just as quickly. We haven't seen too many matriculating drives upfield. That'll be Post University with a chance to respond. Wonder what sort of special teams play we'll see. Might see more opportunities on 4th down for Bellarmine. They have proven that their special teams have not been up to snuff. Post University, their first play from scrimmage, just a 3-yard gain. We've seen multiple missed field goals from Bellarmine on this Georgia squad. A chip shot from, I believe, the 7-yard line. They missed one from around the 30.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal.
One in the backfield. Out of the Wildcat, they have one blocker to get the running back out in space up to the 46. Nice 30-yard gain out of the backfield.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game.
Gonna turn the corner. One of the linebackers able to break through the line of scrimmage and bring down the running back. It's a loss of 3. Read option there from running back to running back out of the Wildcat. Gain of 0 that time on 2nd. Post University's offense stuck in the mud here. Might be the signal for the quarterback to come out on the field. That's just what the call is here on 3rd. Dropping back to pass. Receiver in the gap of that zone defense for the reception. It's a 30-yarder through the air for the 1st and more. It's Post University able to diagnose that gap in the zone coverage.
Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them.
Hand off to the running back. No one at that 2nd level, but Bellarmine defenders. It's a gain of 0. No blocking help, and the defense ready to stretch to the outside to bring down the runner there. Screen pass going to go nowhere. It's incomplete, so no loss of yardage. But it'll be 3rd and 10. Post University in field goal range. They haven't had to take any field goals in this series. It'll be their first of the contest if they decide to take one. On 4th down. Still 3rd and 10 for Post University. One in the backfield for Post. Need 10 yards. Find 0 on the incompletion. Hands on the quarterback, able to force the throw. And now Post University need to figure out, are they going to kick their first field goal of the contest late here in game 3. Better late than never. Have yet to kick a field goal in this best of 3 series. One finally emerges here in game 3. The kick is up and it is wide left. First field goal for Post University. They come up empty. Neither team has had much success kicking the ball through the air. Bellarmine, I believe they're 1 for 3. Post University now 0 for 1 with these field goal attempts.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Gonna take a shot.
Oh my goodness, shot downfield, it's overthrown. Post University dodge a bullet on that play. No other way to describe it.
Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest.
That's the problem with Post University. BigSneezy like to playing this user defense from the middle linebacker spot. So if he doesn't schematically set up the CPUs for success, the user isn't going to be able to clean up that mess. That time they get away with it. This time on second down, just a 4-yard completion. The defense still able to hold strong. You see some pre-snap adjustments from Post University now. BigSneezy trying to get these free safeties in the right spot. Don't get beat over the top. The pass to the tight end, just looking to rummage upfield the old-fashioned way up to the 45-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play.
It's Bellarmine looking to extend this lead
Firing on all
to a 14-0 lead. The same sort of deficit Post University had to battle back from in game 1 that they were unable to do so. They miss the tackle on the quarterback, nearly had an interception. Post University going to settle for an incompletion. Nearly had a sack or a turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Gonna swing it on second down.
Dropping back to pass once more. Multiple routes in the box. One middle linebacker. BigSneezy cannot be everywhere on defense. Bellarmine forced them to pick their poison.
Wants to throw on first down.
This time, the routes coming out of the box, this mesh concept bottled up and incomplete.
Go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton.
Dropping back to pass once more. Steps into the pocket. Finds the gap over the top of the middle linebacker. Strides into the end zone for the touchdown. Right in the breadbasket, just outside the linebacker's reach. And the rest of the secondary committed to those routes deeper down the field. Bellarmine continuing to do an excellent job spotting these gaps in the zone coverage as they open up the largest lead here in game 3. That'll be on Post University to respond with this Alabama offense that's been stuck in the mud. It's a win on special teams. A slight win, just 1 yard above a touchback up at the 26.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line.
Loaded backfield for Post University to set up the handoff.
Plows through the defense.
It's past one defender, second one creates a 6-yard gain.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Once again, the loaded backfield. Post University able to go in different directions with the handoff, this time going left for the first down up at the 39 now.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to...
Another handoff. Bellarmine nearly blew up the play at the line of scrimmage. Post University able to dodge that first defender, create an 8-yard gain.
Physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down,
Post University well ahead of the sticks here on second and short. Direct snap to the quarterback for the first down. Not looking to take any chances or anything more with the slide. Post University operating with patience, no chew clock, and of course very intentional, down multiple scores. Loaded backfield concept once more for Post University to create the 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out.
Dropping back to pass to the running back, sheds the first defender. Looking for a first down and more. Multiple defenders now bring him down at the 29-yard line. So we approach the end of the final quarter of play. Bellarmine rattling off 2 quick scores. 14-0 now. Post University looking to get back into this one here in the second quarter, trying to score and quickly.
Can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. On the direct snap, it's Miller. Creates a little room.
Handoff, nice 6-yard gain. Had some blockers at the next level as well, able to create work to stay ahead of the sticks. Another handoff, looking to turn the corner. More blockers, going to create another first down for Post University.
Mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground.
A lot of extra bodies in the box here on 1st and 10.
The give is to
Handoff going to be able to create the lane. Red carpet all the way to the touchdown for Post University. Only problem when everybody's in the box, if the blocking concept is perfect, you just create a lane. You don't get an opportunity for help from the secondary. It's too little too late that time. And Post University are on the board.
kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Post University now looking to keep this a 1-score game. Still looking for their first win on the defensive side of the football.
They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Multiple players over the middle of the field, able to come away with the completion for the first.
After the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton.
Dropping back to pass to the big fella. Just in the middle linebacker's range of motion, able to bat it down.
Football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going.
And generally, that's the matchup you want if you're the middle linebacker trying to cover those larger tight ends who are just a bit slower to keep up with the middle linebacker speed, or just have them jam these wide receivers as they enter the box on those shorter routes, bother the running back as well. That's just what the doctor ordered on defense there on first. And this time Bellarmine once again able to diagnose. One step on the opposing defense is all Hugh Bellarmine needs for the touchdown. They've done such a superb job of identifying that pre-snap. And by the time Bellarmine see it, they always seem to be one step ahead. Post University, no time to use their defense on over there, try to put out the fire. Another touchdown over the top for Bellarmine University. And a rare instance of Post University not going all out to bring it out of the back of their own end zone there.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that.
Multiple running backs going to take it to the right side of the field. Finally shoved down after an 8-yard gain.
Offensively, I gotta put
Sneezy looking to take advantage of the whole playbook here once again. Two backs in the backfield for Post University. Just needed 2 for the first down. Got a little bit extra there at the 38 now.
He uses it and picks up a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Offense getting set for first down.
Now 1 in the backfield for Post University. Once again, it's a run on 1st and 10. Clobbered just past the line of scrimmage. It's a 3-yard gain.
Running room there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Audible out of this double linebacker or double running back concept, and this time it's Post University finding his wide receiver open with a step on the defense. And that's what we talked about at the start of Game 3. Both players well versed with these formations. They're not going into a particular formation for 1 or 2 plays. They're able to stretch to the full extremes of every formation they're coming out in. That time, the audible gets Post University up at the 14. Fortunately, the Wildcat on 1st and 10 gets brought back, or 1st and goal, excuse me, gets brought back to the 14. And no secret where the football's going here with a quarterback under center. Dropping back to pass, possession, catch just underneath the defense's nose up to the 1-yard line. And now the defense really going to be at Post University's mercy here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Playbook going to be at their mercy, diving over the line of scrimmage for the touchdown, Post University. Post University continuing to battle back and close the gap as we approach halftime.
They add the extra point to finish the drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25.
Bellarmine have played a much more conservative kickoff return game. They've taken more of these touchbacks. And of course, conversely, they have not had as many large returns downfield. Of course, Post University, the only offense out of the 2, the only special teams unit to come away with a kickoff return touchdown here in the series. Spin move to shrug past the defense, slide past the defenders for the first down. Bellarmine taking a page out of BigSneezy's book that time.
You don't usually find Jordan teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football.
That's going to bring about the 2-minute warning. Both sides with all 3 of their timeouts as well, late in the first. And up to the running back, trying to cut it up through this gap right in the middle of the field. It's a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He's gonna
Dropping back to pass, possession, catch, going to get this Bellarmine offense up to the 30-yard line. I was questioning the hurry up here in the booth, but Bellarmine able to stay right on schedule with that completion to flip the field, get them into red zone territory. And that TFL going to force the first time out of Post University, potentially try to get this football back late in the first half here. Bellarmine already technically in field goal range, but again, both teams struggling mightily from special teams. Dropping back to pass, the running back brings the pass in. It's popped loose by the defense, incomplete.
This running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Wealth of adjustments under center for Bellarmine here, trying to find this gap in the defense. The big fella able to come away with the reception and more. Had a chance to take it to the house call. Take it for a house call, excuse me. Might be diving intentionally, looking to score precisely with triple zeros on the game clock. Bellarmine trying to be perfect with their game clock management. Trying to run up the gut. Up at the 7 now for Bellarmine.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
One in the backfield now for Bellarmine University.
To throw, it's Stockton.
Dropping back to pass, Post University. The rare sack on the quarterback. Haven't had too many of those throughout this series. Bellarmine have had excellent quarterback protection. They've done such a great job of delivering the football early and often. That time, a sack going to send them back to the 17.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
So the running back looking to turn the corner. Not quite up at the end zone. The last timeout called for Bellarmine, operating at the 2-yard line here on 4th and goal. Not looking to settle for a field goal here. Want to punch in a touchdown as we approach halftime.
He'll set up to throw.
Dropping back to pass. Post University all over it. No touchdown. No pick six exactly. But Post University finally able to come away with that win on defense to keep it a 1-score game as we enter halftime. 14-21 is your score. Bellarmine jumping out to an early lead, 14-0 as it was about midway through the first quarter. Now it's Post University starting with possession at the start of the 3rd, looking to get us all tied up, create a whole new game late in this series.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
See very different styles of offenses on the top right corner of your screen there. Only 7 passes for Post University. Over double that for Bellarmine at 18. Of course, that's the consequence of this Wildcat offense Post University BigSneezy loves to operate with here. And of course, how great have these handoffs been for Post University. Have a window to run through to the 20, to the 10. Nobody's catching that, man. Post University already have us all tied up at 21 apiece. Touchdown, Post University.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second.
A 1-play touchdown for Post University. Create a whole new game here, a whole second half. And it's essentially 0-0 here. And that's why Post University have been so unafraid to continue to run this run-heavy offense. They've repeatedly been able to create multiple huge gains throughout this series. Bellarmine have not been able to adjust with any consistency to really shut that down. They've had their moments, certainly. They forced Post University to drop back to pass repeatedly, but they've yet to keep them with a quarterback out on the field for very long. Dropping back to pass once more. The door shuts, but not before Bellarmine University are off to the races with a touchdown of their own. Taking back the lead just as quickly as Post University had us all knotted up. And this one, that kickoff is going to force Post University to not take it out of their own end zone. They'll be starting at the 25.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game.
It's a gain of 6 that time on first.
The 31, a pickup of 5. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver.
Some motion pre-snap to get an extra blocker on that left side of the field, and it's enough for the 1st and more.
To get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And it's this variety in the direction of the run game that's made it so difficult for Bellarmine to really get a handle on it. You can't just throw everybody into the box and call it a day, because Post University have had no problem bouncing to the outside. This time, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 3 on the handoff.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down.
Gonna go back to the well. Able to juke the user defense for the first down and more.
And they got the
Up to the 29-yard line there.
29-yard line.
Mano y mano.
What a
Bellarmine versus BigSneezy.
you know, Derrick Henry had a great
And it's the offense able to come away with that one-on-one victory.
50-yard games. This guy's looking like that right now.
And if you're comparing
Bouncing to the outside. Multiple blockers at the second level rolling out. The red carpet for BigSneezy once again. Touchdown, Post University on the run.
The extra point here would tie the game.
Man, what a nice touchdown run.
PAT is up, and it is good. We stay all tied up late in this one.
Start to kick in, and the running back, he
Neither side giving any room to breathe in this contest.
To kick it away, and
Neither side looking to settle for that third place consolation matchup next week.
that ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive.
Dropping back to pass. No scrambling upfield. No time for the slide. Able to retain
To go there, and it started in the pocket.
strong possession of the football. Every time a quarterback scrambles and they're not sliding, the question of a fumble possibility in everybody's mind. That time it's just a narrow 1-yard gain.
Scanning
Or
the
Bellarmine.
field, it's Stockton.
Dropping back to pass. Slot receiver able to come away with the reception and the first down.
Hit stick upside his head. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore.
Dropping back to
The
pass on
defense
1st and 10.
and he is like, yes.
Once again, we saw it in game 2.
Quickly, minimal gain there.
Not afraid to go to the check down, that running back out of the backfield. Bellarmine able to get a nice 5-yard gain.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And off on 2nd and 5. Shrugs off 1 tackle.
Tackle, but still.
The cavalry arrives to just create a 2-yard gain that time.
Run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Once again with this trips formation, this time on the right side of the field. They're able to recognize this gap in the zone. Bellarmine going back to the well. They burn Post University once. They do it once more for the touchdown. That play continues to pay dividends
That's a 4-game stretch.
for Bellarmine as they jump back out in front.
Game, he has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll
Able to
just
field the
take
kickoff.
this drive
Not going to take any chances fielding it out of their own end zone.
lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Cuevas.
Bouncing it to the outside. Trying to cut it back into the middle of the field. Just a 6-yard gain there.
A huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and
Post
10,
University well ahead of the sticks now on 2nd and 4.
in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
From the gun,
Another handoff. Looking to get a couple of extra yards from scrimmage. About a 6-yard gain up at 38 now.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive.
Dropping back to pass now for Post University to the running back out of the backfield.
Man, a great job by
First down up to the 47 for Post University.
Can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Continuing to matriculate upfield, and notably on this drive, not too much Wildcat just yet. Or Post University, a lot of direct handoffs, a lot of passing through the air for the running back. Post University looking to keep that devastating weapon in their back pocket on this drive, at least so far. But no problem cutting upfield the old-fashioned way, but that might be the call here following the incompletion on second down. Now 3rd and 5 for Post University.
Defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this.
And this time, Wildcat formation with a tight end under center. Handoff going to be just short of the sticks. 1 yard between Post University and a first down now.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive.
Wildcat seems to be just what the doctor ordered to get this 1 yard between post and the first down. Direct snap to just get right over the middle of the field. The football's knocked loose and Bellarmine come away with it. The danger of diving through the air. They get shot out of the sky. Football knocked loose. Fumble recovery going Bellarmine's way with a chance to open back up a multi-possession lead here in the second half.
Give to the back. Did everything he could.
Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of 0 for Bellarmine.
Where he started. Bunch formation for these receivers.
That will bring us to the end of the 4th quarter. Post University have had several wins on the defensive side of the football. They're going to need at least one more here to prevent Bellarmine from jumping out in front of a multi-possession lead. There's a no-leak stream, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't want to take my chances with the pause shield going up here. Not sure what sort of pre-snap, pre-game adjustments we're coming out for either side. Don't want to reveal the secret sauce here as we return to the field of play. See, Post University now. Sneezy playing the free safety position. He's had enough of getting beat over the top. Enough of these zone looks. Getting busted wide open. He's looking to take matters into his own hands. Bellarmine able to take advantage underneath. Bellarmine trying to lure BigSneezy back into the middle linebacker position. BigSneezy able to make an impact from that linebacker spot, forcing the loss of 5 on the handoff.
You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Dropping back to pass possession catch for a 7-yard gain there. Still 3rd and long. 3rd and medium, we'll call it, for Bellarmine here.
Back to throw, it's Stockton.
Dropping back to pass. Thrown right at the edge of the end zone. 1 foot is in the end zone there. The toe tap in for the touchdown as Bellarmine open up a multi-possession lead. No one here in the semifinal round looking to go home early in this one. But Bellarmine now opening up their largest lead of the contest. Ties their largest lead of 14 that they had in the first quarter. Late here in the 4th. And no special teams magic from Post University. They'll be starting out at the 18.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Things have not gone the way they planned.
I see a screen pass on this left side of the field. Instead going to one of the wide receivers out of that bunch formation on the left side.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Post University steps through the pocket for the completion. And they've got to score and quickly. You want to try and at least keep the 2-minute timeout on your side, a de facto 4th timeout, or any defensive stand you'll need to put up here against Bellarmine. A sack on the quarterback. Certainly going to throw those plans out of whack here. It's a loss of 7 on the sack.
Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Quick pass to Williams. That'll get up 3rd and 4 now. For Post University, operate in the hurry up again. You want to stay on the bright side of 2 minutes remaining here. Quick pass once more for the first down. Not quite hurry up offense for Post University, but they are moving with the quickness downfield. Dropping back to pass to the running back, trying to find any space to operate in. The defense swallows him up. It's a gain of 3.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages.
Once again, watch that bunch formation on the left side. Post University rolling out to his left, trying to make the throw just a bit easier, but it's still incomplete. Hit as he throws. And another crucial 3rd down for Post University. Need to keep matriculating upfield to keep this drive alive. Instead, it'll be 4 down territory for BigSneezy, looking to keep his playoff hopes alive late in this one. BigSneezy looking for his ticket into the grand finals with a 4th down conversion here, trying to keep his hopes up.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming.
Loaded backfield for Post University. Possession catch for the 1st down up to the 20 now.
Very productive play, and they'll move the
It should be the last play from scrimmage. Pre-2-minute warning might just barely take us there, and it does. So now only 3 timeouts. Incompletions and running out of bounds will stop the clock here for Post University late in this one. Want to keep all 3 timeouts to help your defense here.
looking to throw on 1st down.
Of course, you need to score and quickly to even have a chance for your defense to help you out in this one. Running the hurry-up offense. Almost no choice but to move with the quickness now so late in the contest. Trying to get out of bounds and does so. 1st and goal now from the 10 after being forced out of bounds.
Late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal.
BigSneezy with 1 in the backfield. It's a handoff on 1st and goal, trying to turn the corner. No chance. And Southern University, oh my goodness, going to game 3, the undefeated Southern University going to game 3 in the playoffs. Only top dogs left in this fight here in the semifinals. Post University here trying to book their ticket to Grands. A completion on 2nd down. They were already behind schedule. Now operating at the 4-yard line.
Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Getting back on pace late in this one. No choice. You got to keep all 3 of those timeouts. Let your defense try to get you back in this game. Of course, got to try and score. Pass sailing over the top of everybody. Incomplete now. 4th and goal for Post University. No secret about what's the call here. The offense needs to stay out on the field. Post University need to find points on the board. BigSneezy's season comes down to 4th and goal from the 4-yard line late in this one. Dropping back to pass. It's an empty backfield. Batted down and incomplete. And that just may be Bellarmine punching their ticket just as they punched the football down there into the grand finals. 3 timeouts. A couple of 1st downs separating Bellarmine University with their berth in the grand finals here in the ECAC. First timeout comes out for Post University following the gain of 0.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving.
Another run on second. Another timeout called for post.
Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. They go to the ground.
3rd and 9 now, once again doing damage through the ground, and they pass the first down marker. And that just may do it, folks. BigSneezy. Yeah, he's calling it early, ladies and gentlemen. He understood the game time scenario. GG's to Bellarmine University as they punched their ticket into the grand finals. The former national champion returning to the grand finals. A best of 5 still awaits BigSneezy in the 3rd place game next week. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have that coverage for you. Until then, my name has been Sandwich. We thank y'all for tuning into tonight's action of College Football 26. We hope to see y'all next week as Post University and BigSneezy still with a chance to bring some hardware back home for Post University. We will see y'all then.